is a state-of-art, one-of-a-kind joint traffic management center, kind of like our community, integrated all together around one major table.
The Joint Traffic Management Center was to have a single point where federal, state, and county agencies can all interact.
JTMC is going to be a game changer. It's going to allow us to affect the daily lives of our public every day.
It became not about us anymore. It became about all together. What is in the best interest of everyone that's going to be in that building?
And with the great partners of the City and County of Honolulu and the Hawaii DOT so interested in the project that it was so easy to implement.
You know, the real goal of the Joint Traffic Management Center was to act jointly on behalf of the citizen who has to make their way to the traffic each and every day.
So much of this project relied on looking back to our ancestors and taking inspiration from what they provided us.
And the first people who came here by canoe, and they had to have tremendous skills in terms of understanding how to navigate our oceans, how to navigate the seas. That skill set is the same skill set that I see people here in our modern world. The people in this room are the navigators who are there if they run into trouble to help them.
Well, fast forward, here we are in this time when highways, roads, vehicles are the means of transportation. And so Hokupa and this center is really here to connect the past with the future and how we get from one place to the other, safely and conveniently.
We're one of the most congested cities in the country, and a lot of effort goes into trying to manage our traffic flow, and I think we can do a better job by having everyone together, all within one floor, so you can actually talk to each other person to person, lean over, and address the day-to-day traffic flow. And if we can do that, we're going to make people's lives a lot easier on this island.
So back in 2001, I realized that our current dispatch center wasn't meeting the standards and the needs of our personnel that work there 24 hours a day.
Well, we know in Hawaii, we're limited, by space. So we cannot, manage our congestion by, building more roads. But having a smarter system.
We needed a system to ensure a safe passage for our people here in Honolulu.
So we all know that in Hawaii, we have to rely on each other. It's our strength as a community is how we work together.
And what has been decided is that we're going to try to improve the operations of the interstate system without actually building it out anymore and adding capacity through technology, through implementing things such as a Joint Traffic Management Center that can show the public and to give them information as to which routes are the best routes to take, which ones have crashes on them, which has construction on them. And so the Joint Traffic Management Center was a natural project for Federal Highway Administration to participate in.
So the name of this facility is the Joint Traffic Management Center. And traffic, of course, is not just vehicles. It's the full, complete, comprehensive movement of people and goods. And that's exactly what happens here, along with all the different agencies that are responsible for emergency response.
And so the JTMC, or Joint Traffic Management Center, will provide that critical communication aspect.
Now that we're all here together, it'll be a more quicker response. We'll be able to coordinate responses to incidents with all the important players there.
And as a result, we don't have to call them using the phone. We can just huddle up because they'll be just a workstation away from me, and we can talk about our coordinated response and deploy our assets in a timely manner rather than trying to redeploy them once they've already arrived.
So when an event happens, everybody can see what's happening and what to do about it.
I am standing on the Joint Traffic Management Center, what we call the bridge. This is the commander's bridge when we need to plan or execute something right away.
They're all well trained, and they can be a lot more responsive, and they can serve the public and all the public, whether they're in vehicles or bicycling or walking, a lot better than before.
The Joint Traffic Management Center will enable us to have active traffic management. The first part is prediction. Instead of waiting to see what traffic is going to do, we will pre-adjust signal timing or changing of the roadway designs to allow the traffic flow. The second part of the active traffic management is for those events that are not planned. Accidents, stalled vehicles, emergencies such as storms, tsunamis.
We have tons of redundancies in this building. If we have a major hurricane, it can handle a Cat 3 hurricane. Everyone's safe in here. If the power goes out around the island, it doesn't go out here.
And in conjunction with our partners, police, fire, and EMS, how to guide these vehicles or even pedestrians to the safest and most efficient route.
When someone's in trouble in the water, you have less than a minute to get to them. I think with having EMS, fire, ocean safety, and police all in the same building proximity, there's going to be a better collaboration on calls, hopefully faster response time to the patients and information sharing between the agencies. Problems should get resolved quicker.
By having the state and city traffic engineers, police, fire, emergency services, and transit all together in one location, monitoring traffic conditions in real time, they'll be able to respond to incidents faster.
Those are seconds right there, and you can clarify right away what the exact needs are of that individual.
That face-to-face is gold. You can't replace that. That human connection, that's a game changer.
You know, for the public to have quicker response times and more efficient response by the first responders means they're going to spend less time in traffic, waiting for traffic to be cleared. It'll mean maybe the loved ones might be saved because the ambulance might get there faster. Maybe the fire department may be able to respond quicker, take the routes that have less traffic.
The typical old technologies is the road sensors that many of us see on the roadways. But what many others don't see is the future technology that we have installed. For example, we have our traffic cameras, we have Bluetooth readers, we have license plate readers that give us travel time. With this information, we can disseminate to the public on how long it will take you to travel from point A to point B, and so the driver themselves can make a decision on which is their best route.
And this center is so technology driven. I mean, we have state-of-the-art things here that you see nowhere else.
For example, on King Street, right in front of this building, we have now what we call a protected bicycle facility or a cycle track to give the bicycle its own separate right-of-way that's protected by a barrier or by parked cars. And so people of all ages feel more comfortable using that facility.
It's going to allow us to affect the daily lives of our public every day. Keep them safer. Make sure that their drives are more efficient. Make sure that mom and dad can get home to the soccer games during the week. Make sure that everybody can get to work with a lot less stress, or at least know what the impacts are going to be as they're driving.
So rest assured that not only the community will benefit from this, but the first responders that are really the lifeline is the communication center.
The Hoku Pa'a name includes this ability to know how to guide, but guide collectively as a group.
The components in the logo are important because it allows the community to see that there's guardians, the shield to protect, that there's an owl, the pu'eo, that's always looking, that there are stars, the maka'ali'i, the little eyes that are always watching. The logo is a way of people being able to see and feel and understand what this is all about.
Working together to help guide and make sure that everybody's daily journey is done as safely as possible.
It probably is going to save lives, because as a first responder, our mantra is second save lives.
I'd like to think that we are the best in the nation. We had a contribution, we had a collaborative effort. Everybody came together, all the different entities, and just having the amount of stakeholders that we had, and I think that's what's going to make this building even more successful than just being one of the most beautiful facilities that we have in our community.
So I really wanted to thank everyone involved in this project for really understanding that when we work together, we can do great things. Aloha and mahalo.
The people in this room are the navigators who are there if they run into trouble to help them and make sure that they know what dangers may exist down the road, or if they run into trouble, to make sure that someone's there to help them through their difficult journey.
That is our tradition here in Hawaii, where we work together, because it is a kako thing here on Oahu. This is Hoku Pa'a.